Okay, keep
Shambles.
that. Keep
Yeah.
that.
So,
And then
okay.
I want to talk about your hangover cures.
Yeah.
Both
Well,
of
no,
yours.
that's what we're gonna. That's what I want to know. I want to know what is it because I am in the shits right now. Like I'm having a hard.
Shambles.
I'm.
Literally,
I
because
need. I
for
need help.
me,
I need help.
my cure is the shits. I feel like
How
all
many
the
times?
alcohol.
Okay. All right. So how many times do you shit when you're hungover? The over under. Just give me a rough estimate.
The over under has to be like 3 or 4.
Attaboy. Attaboy. I
What's
mean,
a healthy rate? You know what? I'm gonna look that up. What's a healthy
there,
rate of pooping?
there's nothing healthy about that at all. Your life, like
No.
Tara said, is in shambles.
No,
Yeah.
shambles.
I'm not gonna get too graphic with it, but definitely not healthy.
It's definitely not healthy. So, like, what is
A
it that you
fountain
do?
soda.
A fountain soda. Okay, that's on the
Okay.
list.
A cup of noodles.
Okay.
Not the noodles
With
because
some
it's
hot
too
sauce in
heavy.
it.
Just the broth.
Okay. Just the broth. See, what I like to do sometimes, like, I'll hit a joint, like, I'll fuck around and do some other things just to have some releases and all that stuff. So that's like a really good, that's a really good hangover method sometimes, and it clears the pipes, it clears the head, all that fogginess that's in there, it's all gone and all that shit. So yeah.
But I have
Healthline.com says you should
so
be
I'm not
pooping
gonna feel
anywhere from 3 times a day to 3 times a week. You don't necessarily have to poop every day.
So if that's the case,
no.
I want to say I'm like average. I'm not like exceeding in that
Right in
aspect,
the
but
middle. Right in the middle.
I'm right there in the middle, like
A good
right
fiver.
there.
Good fiber.
Good fiber. Here we are
But
talking about shitting and hangovers and jerking off. All right. Yes, we do have
What
to
a way to
introduce.
start. Hey, what?
We,
Well, I
we
skipped that part. What was that?
yeah,
you
it
didn't
was
pick
over.
up on what he said, did you?
Yeah, you didn't get it, and I think you know
Does
what it
that
was
clear the
probably.
mind? Does that
No,
help?
It
hangover
clears
cure.
everything.
It's a hangover cure.
Absolutely, 1000%.
So I don't know if you
Really?
both are aware,
Uh oh.
but
Yes.
Here.
so with females,
Uh oh.
they
Hmm.
say when you get like migraines and stuff like that, they say to masturbate.
Rub one out.
Mhm.
Nice.
Because it actually cures, like it won't take the hangover, the migraine away, but it actually lessens it.
I know. I know a
Has
few
to
off the
do with
top.
some chemicals and stuff leaving your
I
body.
Yeah,
listen. I know a
obviously.
few females off the top of my head that have a lot of headaches. Then,
I've taken
but
care of some headaches in my day. I've taken care of some headaches.
Men are always fucking headaches.
yes. So let's introduce the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You are now tuned into a brand new episode of the Gym Class Majors podcast. I am your host, Brian D, and of course, like always, I am accompanied by the marvelous, the stupendous, the
Wow.
impeccable one.
Keep going.
I think that's all I got.
That's all you. Okay. All right.
That's all I got. Mr. D Vargas from DNC Digital. D, what the fuck is up, bro?
Dude, what a great way to start.
Like that?
Hangover cures. I did not know. And we have a lovely guest co-host
Yes,
this
we
week.
do. Yes, we do.
We're putting it through the ringer this week. This is
We
the
are.
application process.
Yes. I would like to introduce to everyone that's listening a good friend of mine, and a good friend of the show, Tara. She has been a friend of mine for probably just as long as you, D. So I
Mm.
know her very well. I think that she has some really good takes on some of the topics. So yes, Tara, how are you today?
Very well.
Very
Thank you.
well. Are you nursing? You said you were nursing a hangover as well.
A
You were out
little bit.
partying
A
last night.
little bit. No,
Okay.
just wine. Just wine at home. But woke up headache. So
Yeah.
just a little high noon.
I
Wine
woke up
hangovers are different.
very different.
Mm,
I'm actually
they definitely
nursing.
are.
I'm actually nursing a wine hangover as we speak. I woke up not really knowing where I was, and then found out I was in Queens.
White
So
or red?
Nice.
it was red last night was the
Yeah.
choice. I don't mind. I don't mind either. But last night the drink of choice was a little bit of that Cabernet. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
It's my favorite.
So yes, we would love. Well, we would take this time to formally introduce you to the show. Thanks for being on with us. I know that you're a very busy person, so thank you for cutting out some time for us. And just to start us off, I do want to just cut out a little bit of time to give our condolences to the victims of the mass shootings in Tulsa and Philly and I think breaking news that there was another mass shooting. Do you know exactly where that was? I'm not even informed on that.
Chattanooga, Tennessee, 3 dead, 14 shot.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's I don't know.
That's horrible. And we were talking in pre-production. Don't want to spend too much time getting into the politics of the elephant in the room. We did go into detail last week about that, so don't want to beat a dead horse. But we do want to give our sympathies and condolences out to all of the victims that were involved. It's senseless, and I think, like I said last week, until things change, this is going to be the normal, unfortunately. So we do want to give our condolences to all of the victims. Actually, going back to me being in Queens last night, I came up with I had a very interesting conversation last night with my friend, and the topic was relationship based, right? And we somehow fell into the realm of friendship after relationships. Is that a myth? Can that work? I vehemently think that it doesn't ultimately work. I think that once those specific type of feelings are involved, it's super hard to disconnect from that. Like it or not, one person could be very mature about it, but the other person, just getting two people on the same page about anything is very hard, right? So getting those feelings in check, I think that it is, and we went into great length and depth of this conversation, which was awesome. And that's the reason why I love hanging out with her, because she stimulates me on another level. What say you, Tara? I want to ask you, with your past and your exes, let's say that it ended amicably, right? Let's not say it ended bad. Are there situations in your that's why I worded it, I had to clear that up. Are there situations in your past that you tried to be friends with an ex and it just doesn't work? Or do you believe that there is a scenario where it can work?
Okay, so ready? I have a couple examples here.
Okay.
That I'll touch
love to
base
hear 'em.
on. So I got engaged when I was 24.
Okay.
All right. First off, I think in your 20s, early 20s, never get engaged or married. That's just how I feel on it, but that's my opinion. I was friends with him for a long time, and then it evolved into other things. And then we were engaged. We broke when I ended it, but it was not good. I hated him with a passion. But then, after we were separated and everything like that for a year or two, we bullshitted. And it was fine. He had a girlfriend, told me about the girlfriend.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. Could you just clarify bullshitting? Were you guys
the definition of that?
Was he taking you to Pound Town afterwards?
No. Just
no Pound Town. Okay.
Texting, talking, this and that, but once we did.
See, I knew it. I knew if I asked, it was there. I knew it.
Once only though, and that was just
lying ass. Whatever. But ahead. Yeah.
But whatever. But no, we still talked for a while, just bullshitting though.
And that's not weird. Anything. That's not weird though. You don't see this person and say, he has blown my back out multiple times, and now we can't even be in a room together. No. Okay.
I mean, that's me though. I look at things probably a little differently sometimes. I don't.
And that's why I think that's why I love you. D, how about you, sir? Has there been a time or an instance where you were no longer in a relationship with someone that you considered very special, and you tried to be friends, and it just didn't work out, or it did work out? Talk to me.
No, if you put us in the same room, somebody's getting pregnant. No, I can see the maturity, and I can see why you would want to, and I probably genuinely would want to also, but it's hard to disconnect. When I was living over there, though, what's that?
You said be friends with them, or fuck
yeah,
them?
It would be hard to disconnect from the original feelings that we left. But when I was over there, when I was living in Jersey, there have been girls that I would mess with, and we would still stay friends. But as far as a relationship, I wouldn't be able to stay friends.
See, my issue is that I'm a Sagittarius at heart, full.
That shit doesn't matter.
Sagittarius. No, it does. Once listen, I'm a very
Total tourist thing to say.
listen, I am a very shelled person. It takes a lot to get me comfortable or to show emotions. And if you do pull that out of me, I put you like on a bit of a pedestal. But once that pedestal is no longer there, like there's nothing much to talk about. Like as far as I'm concerned, like I can't sit here and be
What are we
cordial.
doing here? What are we
Bro, are you kidding me? Like I was literally I'll keep it PG for
Okay,
the
well,
most
hi.
part.
I am in Aries,
Okay.
so I'm angry all the time. I'll set your house on fire. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus!
The zodiac signs. I don't feel like they matter.
I believe
Why?
so.
Like me. I'm a Pisces. Does that make any sense?
Well, what are the qualities of a Pisces? Can someone tell me? I don't know the astrology.
Who knows? Because I'm actually a Cancer.
No,
it doesn't
Tara
matter.
knows. Tara, tell me what the characteristics.
No.
of a Pisces, you know?
I'm not like
Into the astrology. Okay.
full blown with this shit. But I just know that like if you read characteristics at some point, like it does fit people. Like
Guess
I
what I'm
know it
doing
can
right
be general and everything like that. I understand that, but there's certain aspects of it that actually make
So
sense.
you were mentioning that you're an Aries.
What are
Yeah.
you? D, you're a Taurus. What are you? What the fuck are you?
So what are your characteristics?
Angry.
D, what's your sign? What are you?
Cancer.
Cancer. Okay.
They cry a lot. No offense.
Yeah, we do.
See?
The end of Con Air when he meets his daughter. I can never
God.
not cry. It's a good one.
Okay, so I mean, all right, these are the characteristics as of Google for Cancer. You are you're emotional.
Yes.
You're nurturing.
Yeah.
Highly intuitive, and sensitive, and insecure.
5 for 5.
I'm just gonna let you. I'm just gonna let you sit on that. I wasn't gonna go into any of that, but I believe that there is some truth to that. I believe that
there is.
No, yeah, there is. I can be honest about it. It's all good.
There's definitely some truth to it. I'm not gonna go into like craziness. I have a girl where she's very informed about this. She like does this all the time, and she tells me things, and it like blows my mind sometimes. But I don't have the attention span for all of that all the time. I'm just like, yeah, all right, cool. I'm angry. I like to set things on fire. I'm a fire sign. Makes sense. Cool.
That sounds cool.
That does sound cool. Do you know
Total pyromania.
Do you know what isn't cool though, guys?
Cold chicken wings.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That's not cool. It's not cool.
I mean, I'll eat them though.
I'm about to say
I'll eat them. No, yeah, I'll eat them.
So then, why are you bad mouthing cold chicken wings then?
Because they're better hot.
And why'd you bring up chicken wings? Because I'm black.
Maybe.
Super racist.
First thing that popped in my head. All
you
right.
got the chicken wing look in your eye. That's why.
Maybe it's a Cancer thing.
I may be able to have a lawsuit on my hands with that. Like that was highly racist.
A defamation lawsuit? Is that what you're trying to do?
Lawsuit,
speaking of,
we telepathically set that up. I love that.
I'm way ahead.
Y'all did good there. Not gonna lie, y'all did good.
Love you.
Yes. Speaking of defamation cases, the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard verdict is in. Last Wednesday, I believe it was. Comes out that out of like the 3, I guess charges, Amber Heard was found guilty of 2, having to dish out 15 million. Was it 15 million?
Yeah.
In punitive damages. And I think that she got like a discount because one of them was thrown out. Then she got 5 million. So I think
2.
I think it was like 2.
2
okay.
mil, not 5.
Gotcha. So then she got a little bit of a rebate, so to say, and so she
has to mail that in.
She's got to mail it in. So guys, it's finally over. It's finally over. What do you guys think about this? It's been like a long time.
I actually have one question.
Ladies first. Go ahead.
What is she worth?
We can find that out.
What is she worth?
Yeah. Like no, like what is
her net worth?
What? Yeah, her.
Her net worth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's right here. Amber Heard net worth.
Can't find it.
Don't know. and that's really hard to do. She's keeping that under wraps, which
So
is
like
good.
that's the
You
thing.
don't
Like,
you
what's
don't
her
want
net
that.
worth
Yeah, you
to
don't want
owe
that
15
information.
mil?
Exactly. You don't want that information floating around if Johnny if
Yeah, it's
you got
actually
paid
not
15 million,
published. Yeah.
it's not out there. That's really good. That's good. It's a great question.
I'm just wondering
I
because
can't
I know
find
you
it.
see online like all the memes that are going around like, oh, I'm here because
We're
I
working at
owe
McDonald's.
Johnny money.
I
Yeah,
saw.
yeah, 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 like that. Like, so obviously she we all know that Johnny Depp is worth more, but I want to know what her net worth is and without the 15 mil added to it.
I
You're gonna
don't
have to
know.
dip into that supposed charity money that she pledged but never donated.
Yo, nobody was getting that money besides Amber Heard. Like, who the fuck
Oh
was
yeah,
anybody? Like, who the what the fuck? I don't blame her. Y'all not getting this. What
ridiculous.
the fuck out of here? Are you kidding me? I got my ass beat and now I got to donate the money. No, bro, I'm keeping that shit.
The
There's no
way she
fucking way.
talked on the stand literally drove
When
me
she
insane.
kept answering by turning to the jury, that annoyed me.
That and her little like crackly, but you know it's so hard. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
You know, the greatest part of this whole thing were like the memes and the TikToks that came out from her being on the stand. Do you know which ones I'm talking about? Like the ones where it's like multiple people and the whole, I think it was the one where she was like, and my dog stepped on a bee. And then like they kept going
Yeah.
like session.
Yeah.
Funniest shit fucking ever, bro. Like that is worth it. Like I think this case
the fuck out.
this case went
What
on
made
way
it
too
entertaining
long.
is that we're in the social media age. I mean, can you imagine all these other famous trials that was before the time of Twitter and TikTok and all that?
You guys want to hear like how my brain works? Like I'm sitting here and I'm watching her on the
I'd
stand.
love to.
You're gonna get it. So I'm sitting here and I'm watching her on the stand, right? And she's very beautiful. But I'm sitting there and I'm
I
wondering,
disagree with you.
what the fuck could it have been that made Johnny Depp want to stay in such a toxic environment? And then I figured it out, bro.
Pussy?
Yo, she's got that fire box, bro. That can only
She
be
has to.
either that or she is a throat demon.
Like,
One or
why
the
the
other,
fuck
bro.
else would you do it?
That could be a good. That's that second one too.
Yeah,
I was
but
gonna
why
say,
else would you fucking do it?
I mean, dude, she ended up landing Elon Musk, who on any given day can be the richest person on the planet. He has the pick of the litter. He can have any woman that he wants, proverbially, and he settled on nut ass Amber fucking Heard. It's because she's a throat demon, bro. You cannot
Wait, you really
convince
think
me.
she's attractive though?
She's, I mean,
I believe she's attractive. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
she's in Hollywood predominantly because she's attractive. It's not because of her acting skills. Have you seen Aquaman? She's horrible.
Have you seen The Trial?
I actually, it's funny. It's funny. I think we lost her, but we'll get her back in a second. It was so funny because I looked at her.
Sorry, my stuff paused.
It's okay. I looked at like her full, like her IMDb or whatever it's called, and I don't remember her in any of these movies. That's how non-important she was.
Did she do an episode of Law and Order? Everybody's done an episode of Law and Order.
That's so true.
I don't know if she. I don't know. I really don't. She's got that fire box, and then like this is like piggybacking off of your girl fucking Kim Kardashian admitting to the entire world
DTF.
the reason why she went after our boy is because she heard he had a big
Did she confirm it?
She confirmed it, bro.
Yeah, she did.
The man has a tripod.
A fucking tripod.
She went out of her way too.
This is now, you know, I think we just stumbled into another question that I have. And now that we do have a female's perspective, I would love to hear this. Tara, I don't know if you feel comfortable, and let me know if you don't feel comfortable. Has there ever been a time where you heard about someone's, let's just call it the big dick energy, and you were attracted to just that? Maybe you don't even like
just to find out.
Just to find out. You're very curious. Has your curiosity ever landed you in that type of a situation where you just had to find out?
Actually, no.
Because I know as a guy, there has been once or twice in my life where a female might have gotten
ass, bro.
it might have she might have gotten a rep about herself, and I was like, I wonder, because I mean, it can't be the conversation, right? Because she's annoying most of the time. But other than that, I mean, it gotta be. I have to find out. That's weird.
No,
How about you?
I know that. So there was one dude where like me and one of my other friends, we slept with like separate, like years separate and everything like that. And then we were telling our other friend, and then that night she hooked up with him because she was like, all right, screw it, I'll try it. So I mean,
awesome.
yeah, it does happen.
You guys really looked out for him.
Yeah, I know we did.
What a lucky guy.
It's like you just served him a plate. Like,
oh
here,
yeah,
go ahead.
pretty much. I mean, he didn't know we did that, but like, we were like,
see that, you know what, that takes a little bit out of the story. Like you had to have told him like, look, I'm really only fucking with you because I heard you was slinging that shit. So
oh no, well,
that's a real that gives you so much confidence.
When we were just out drinking and everything, and we just got drunk and hooked up, and then I don't know my girl's story there, but we were like sitting there, the three of us, and had to talk about it, and then she was like, you know what? He's here. Y'all talked about it. I'm gonna do it.
I like it.
So
it
does work in girl world too.
It's very, very interesting. I was kind of in a similar situation. I knew of this girl. She's a bartender at this Portuguese restaurant by my house. And so I used to go visit her, and one of her friends used to also go visit her. So I got close with the friend and, hooked up with her. And because of word of mouth, the other bartender, she was like, yeah, nah, like I got to find out. So that was a win. That was a good one. That was a good time.
I will say,
but again, the guy has to know. Like it has to be a rule. The guy has to know.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure to this day he still doesn't know, or he might. I don't know.
Whack.
I will say one thing that makes me very, very curious is getting eaten out by a lesbian. I've heard so many stories about that. And
welcome to the show, Tara.
Would have stopped you from finding out?
Honestly, nothing. I just haven't been in a situation where it was presented. I'm not gonna go out of my fucking way and be like, hey, I know you like pussy.
So to the guy that is with Tara right now, it is on camera, it is on record. You got a shot, dude.
I mean, shit.
Do with that as you will.
He can watch all he wants.
That is a lot of power, and more power to you, sir. You're a lucky guy.
Sorry.
Yes.
Just
speaking of people with luck and people that actually don't have any luck, or employees for fucking Tesla, bro. Like, what the fuck is up? What the fuck is up with Elon, bro? Apparently, he has sent out an email to his employees saying that he is demanding that people get back to work, like go physically into the office and put in 40 hours a week. If you do not do as such, you will be considered as handing in your resignation. This is coming off. Actually, this happened before Tesla dropped, I think, like 22% in stock. And they had to cut like 15% of their staff, which all came off of a whim that he thinks that the economy is going to be bad. So he's just firing people because he thinks the economy is going to be bad. So if you're working at Tesla, cross your fingers. Like the fucking pin doesn't fucking land on you. I want to ask you guys, what do you guys feel about people that are working from home and these jobs that are saying you have to come back? Do you think that that's fair? Do you think what do you got? D? How do you feel about the work from home thing?
I feel like the way it's being taken is a little harsh. I don't like the whole forcing people back. I don't like the whole. I do believe that people should go back into the workforce. The idea of working at home seems awesome, and I'm glad that people have had the time with their kids and not have to pay for daycare and things like that. And it really helps a lot of resources for the person to live an easier life. But when it comes to being part of a company, I feel like the culture is taken away, the dynamic is taken away. When you have team meetings, you're probably just sitting there with a cup of noodles and not even listening.
What's wrong with that?
I feel there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that, but I feel as being a part of a company, you should be at work.
What you want? You want the company to be a family?
Oh, no, 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 no. I'm talking about getting your work done.
So
I feel like when I'm working from home, I don't get shit done.
I
I don't
do.
get anything done. I have to be in the office to feel productive. But that's only me. That's only the way I feel. But I like the idea of working from home, but damn, I don't get shit done.
So I have my full time job that I do, and obviously we went into quarantine and blah 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 blah. Now that we're back in the office, they changed it to hybrid. So I go 3 days, stay home 2 days. And I'm fine with that. And they're not changing that. But like people are a lot happier and get along a lot better in the office because of it.
So yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is why demand? Well, I guess that is. He's only saying you got to
Power,
work. Yeah, I guess. He,
controlling.
yeah, I
That's what
mean,
it is.
I don't understand why there couldn't be any kind of compromise. A hybrid schedule like that would be a great compromise.
Yeah.
But he is not budgeting. He's been firmly he firmly believes that you got to put in your 40 hours a week, and that's that. Um,
Well, in the article that you sent me, he said if you want to pretend to work, then you can pretend to go find another job.
yeah, no, like he's not fucking around. And
No, yeah.
I honestly think that this is his way of cutting his 15 or whatever percent because of the economic climate. So he's throwing this out there that, if you don't want to work here where I can actually see you working, then you can find employment elsewhere.
Yeah, but in the same sense, they can tell what you do a day. My company can. So I'm sure he knows what people are doing a day. So maybe he has a reason to do it. But in the same sense, it's also a power thing.
I'd agree with him more if he were to do what your company is doing. The
Oh, the
whole
hybrid, like
3 days
that
on, 2 days at
3.
home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because people do have daycare to pay for, and I understand all that. And then just being in the comfort of your own home. If people are productive like that, I'm not. I'm just not. But if people can get their shit done like that, then shit, more power to them.
Yeah. That's the whole
Agreed.
thing.
Agreed. Agreed. I honestly think that when you start giving people ultimatums like that, especially in a climate where we are, I think there's a pattern and a trend that people are going to tell you to fuck off, for the most part, at least a good amount. I'm not saying everyone's going to be like, you know what, fuck him. I like the schedule that I have. It allows me to take care of my family and things of that nature. I have more freedom to get things done around the house as I'm working or on my break and things of that nature. But I just think that is very risky, to put people in that situation. I mean, it's not their fault.
Well, there's also other aspects to the working from home too. Is like there's certain jobs where you can't.
Yeah, and I was one of them. I can't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was kind of envious. Um, it's funny because me and my friend were talking about the difference between being envious and jealousy. That was another conversation. But I was envious of the people that were able to work from home. I don't work in an industry where I'm able to work from home. Ultimately, I would love to. That's where I'm going, but I just didn't have that option.
So, I have two jobs.
Hmm.
The emergency vet that I work for, obviously, that is not an option to work from home.
Obviously. Okay.
And during quarantine, I picked up, like, I was working like every day there. Like, I didn't have to, but I did. But I can't just sit still and just be at home for months and months and months. I would lose my goddamn mind. But like people like that, like yeah, like they don't. So if you talk to somebody like you said, you didn't work from home. So if
Hmm.
you talk to people that didn't have that option to like during quarantine to work from home and blah blah blah, they'll sit there and be like, well, I don't see what the difference is if you go back to the office 5 days a week. But for people that like work in an office environment and it's switched up, and you learn like, hey, I can still do this shit at home. I don't have to be there all the time. What do you need to do? What, you want to stand over my shoulder and watch me type a fucking email? When I could do that from home. So there's different aspects to it that you have to fucking see. You know what I mean? Like for you, you never were working from home. So you don't see like, okay, so you go back 5 days a week. So what? Fuck you. But people that worked from home for a while and got everything done and did this, and then they go back into the office for 5 days, they're like, why the fuck do I have to be here 5 days a week when I can be home and do the same shit? And I could be, like you said, with my kids. I could get this done too in between things. So there's different aspects of a way to look at that.
I kind of depends on the industry too, right? I mean, with the example of Brian's profession, it does depend on the industry also.
It does. That as well. That as well. Yes.
What did you guys do the majority of your time during quarantine? Like, what did you guys?
On Amazon.
So, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Mr. Jeff Bezos is the billions that he made over the quarantine is specifically due to Tara being on Amazon, buying shit up.
I bought one of those remote vacuum cleaners, and let me tell you, do it.
I'm sure you could not spend your quarantine without that. I'm sure.
What's the dumbest purchase you made during the pandemic?
Honestly.
Yeah.
Fake tattoos.
Fake tattoos.
The fuck are you, 12?
Shut the fuck up. Listen, this one right here, that was a fake tattoo that I put on, and I fell in love with it, and I took a picture, and now it's permanent.
So you took it for a test drive? You took it for a test drive before you brought it?
Did you do a neck one?
Yeah, of course I did. I love neck tattoos. Listen, one thing you need to know about me, I should say. Neck tattoos? Done. Felony?
Turn on?
Done. Yep. Oh, all of it. You need to at least look like you dealt drugs at some point in your life for me to be attracted to you.
So, I think this is a very important time just to allow our fans to understand that when you see red flags like that, you need to adhere. Like, that is a bad what? Who like why is that such a turn on?
A lot of guys would run to that.
Are you kidding me?
A felony?
Yeah, why?
Why is that such a turn on? Now we stumbled into another one. Why is that you just like a bad boy?
It's not like I go looking for it. It's not like I look like run background checks and I'm like, yes. No, it's just listen, I'm not gonna date an accountant.
What's wrong with an accountant?
Yeah, guy's got his money right.
He'll have your books in order. He'll make sure that
that sounds
good. Do your taxes
I
for free.
I really want to get naked for
couple tax write-offs, a little extra money.
You don't have to worry about it because none of it. Like, I'm pretty sure if an accountant's banging his secretary anyway, so he'll get the buns from someone else. But I'm just saying, for you, it'll work out. I mean, you'll never have to worry about money.
You want to date a librarian?
I'd fuck the shit out of
librarians.
Okay, you're thinking porn librarian
with like the glasses and all that shit, boy. I'll take her. Listen, I'll take her to the fiction aisle and work her ass out, boy.
Oh, shut the fuck up! You sat there and talked to a girl.
I'll take her to the suspense aisle.
I'd rather jump off a building right now because they're boring as fuck.
Of course. And then I took her to the fiction aisle and fucked her brains out. So,
you fucking asshole.
Absolutely. So it doesn't make a difference. See, either way, that's gonna be the end result. I understand. D, do you think it's that time of the show, sir?
I believe it's that time of the show. Do we have the theme song ready?
I can make one up real quick.
I think last week we made one up.
What's it called?
Would you rather? Yeah.
The would you rather hour? The would you rather hour? What? Like that little sultry voice?
Not for nothing, Brian.
Oh boy,
love you.
That was some 90s R&B
I love
stuff.
you, Brian.
Here we go. The hater. The saltiness. The saltiness is coming.
You need some You need to put something for your under eye.
Bro, I get no fucking sleep. All right, leave me the fuck alone. All right, I fucking get no sleep.
I got 4 animals and 2 jobs.
I don't care.
Don't play with me.
I get no fucking sleep. You know what it is? It is what it is. So if this is the way I look, fuck off. That's why I'm glad this is an audio and not a vision.
Oh, well, for everybody listening, he got some heavy
Brian D looks
under
like shit.
eye baggage going on.
I don't fucking sleep. What, like, is there, can anybody, can rather than you ridiculing me for how I look, why don't you give me some advice? Why don't you give me some
honey?
some
I just
tips?
said it. I just said
Oh,
it.
I thought you were calling me
listening.
honey. I'm like
No,
honey,
like legit honey.
So I'm just gonna slap honey on my fucking face like I'm Winnie the fucking Pooh or something.
Yes,
like the fuck?
Please.
Put those cucumber shits.
Just gonna just lather up in fucking honey and shit. Just
They got under
raw
eye
doggy
thing.
honey.
No.
Raw dog honey.
You could raw dog honey if you want. Let me know how that feels.
That's what Winnie the Pooh does to that fucking jar.
Oh
Don't
man!
bring Winnie the Pooh into this.
Did we talk about
the new Winnie the Pooh coming out?
Yeah, the killer one.
Winnie the Pooh is now public domain, so somebody took that movie and decided they're gonna make a horror movie with it.
Yeah, so Winnie the Pooh is a public domain, so anyone in the world can just use Winnie the Pooh at their discretion. And they made him into like a horror. Was it a horror movie or like a?
It's a horror movie. It looks like what was that? You're Next, something like that, or it was like pig masks. It looked terrible.
You're Next.
Jesus.
All right, boys and girls, give me 5 numbers from 1 to 100.
Ladies first.
44.
Keep going.
88.
5 numbers from 1 to 100.
All right, 44, 8, 22, 6, and 13.
How about you, Brian?
You said 1 through 500?
1 through 100, yes.
1 through 100. 2. Is this the same list from last week?
This is the same list, yeah.
From last week, I figured. So I don't want to pick the same numbers. So 2, 29, 88, 99. And let's go with I picked 69 last week, didn't I? Right? Like a weirdo. 71.
Nice.
I am what I am. What do you want me to say?
All right, Miss Tara.
Yes.
Would you rather hear the good news or the bad news first?
Bad.
The bad news first?
Yeah.
Just to get over it.
Get me riled up, and then
we're gonna finish first, positively,
and then bring me back down a little bit.
Watch the good news not even be that good after the bad news.
Yeah, and then somebody's gonna get punched in their throat. End of story.
It's like, hey, bad news is I crashed your car. What the fuck? What's the good news? I already called the insurance, man. The claim is in.
No, it's like, hey, bad news, I crashed your car. Good news, I filled the gas tank up though. That's not so great.
But on the bright side, I found my glasses, so we're in the clear here.
The fuck?
Brian.
Sir.
Would you rather have more time or more money?
Time. Absolutely time. It's, to me, I think it's the most valuable asset in the world. It's literally, it's fine. It's literally the one thing that you can't get back. You can get money back. So, I mean, it would be nice to have all the money in the world, but to have time with your family and your friends and you know the things that matter to you, I think is the most important thing in the world. I wouldn't trade that for anything, especially money. Money is literally you like that?
It was good.
You like that? I think money literally is the root of all evil. And I think
that's the truth.
It is. It just sucks that you need it. You need it. It's the reality that we live in. You need it to survive. And but time, man, time is something that that I think everyone takes that for granted. So yes, my answer, sir, would be 1000% time.
On the other side, if you had all the money in the world, you could have fucked Amber Heard. Found out, you know,
If you had
what the
more
big deal
money, you would
was.
still have time. You'd have a lot more time if you had more money.
How is that possible?
How is that?
Because
Okay.
you work so much because you need to make money to pay for everything. If you had like a trust fund, you wouldn't have to depend on working to make money. You would just have fucking time to do whatever the hell you want, and you still have money.
I kind of see where you're going with that, but I still think that you can't do everything.
I immediately went to being diagnosed with cancer.
Wait, what?
What?
Like, you have all the money in the world, but then tomorrow, like, hey, you have cancer. You got 6 months.
Yeah, that's
All right.
karma. Just saying.
Miss Tara, would you rather?
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Moving on. Would you rather meet George Washington or the current president?
Neither.
Fair enough.
Probably better off.
I'd like to
okay,
both.
all right. What would you say, Brian? What about you?
George Washington or Joe
Biden.
Biden?
Man, they seem like such juxtapositions of each other.
It is, because I think if I went back in time to see George Washington, he's not going to understand that I'm from the future, and he's immediately going to put me on a plantation. And
yeah, I was about to say that. Like, it might not be a good idea.
In an attic.
So
this is the same, Tara. Last week, I asked from the same list. I asked, would you rather meet your great grandchildren or your ancestors? And as soon as I finished that sentence, I knew immediately that was the wrong question to ask.
Read the room. Read the room.
I picked the numbers, so that's on me. Listen, I mean, being that I have to take an educated guess on this, I would feel a lot more safer about my well-being if I were to meet Mr. Joe Biden. So my answer would be Joe Biden.
I would just like watch him and see if he can say anything coherent.
Yeah, and again, that would definitely be a good time, because he doesn't look like he is all there. So you can just be sitting there fucking with him and just like
He's
jabbing him all day.
old.
Yeah, so yeah, that would be fun. That would be a lot of fun.
So, Brian, would you rather have X-ray vision or magnified hearing?
It's a good one.
That is a good one.
Not
So are we
really.
talking X-rays like bones, or are you just like looking through walls and maybe clothes?
So that's another very good
That just makes you
question.
seem like a perv, then.
And I am
know.
That's where we usually go, Tara. Okay.
for the record, I am 1000% a perv. So
Mhm.
it would definitely be
We need parameters
X-ray.
here.
X-ray, but then you can't turn it off. So you're looking at mad dicks too, bro. Like you don't want to.
Very
You don't
true.
want to.
That's
You don't
very
want to see
true.
that.
Well,
Damn.
then
You can't.
you
I
know,
wonder if there's like a
listen,
switch.
girls
Like set if you go to settings on your
use
TV,
that.
you know, like
Use that.
you can block certain channels.
Actually, you know
Yeah,
what,
but that's
Tara?
not part of it. That's not part of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not part of it. That's true.
That was not
And
put in there. You can't,
actually,
you can't do
Tara,
bad shit.
Tara, that you since you mentioned it, I think that would have been a very lucrative business. I would have a service where I would be able to tell women the size of the man that they're interested in, and then they pay me so that I give them said service.
See?
But then
There's
you have to
growers,
understand.
not showers.
But then you also have to understand that it's still not getting around the fact that I'm looking at mad dicks. I'm trying to stay away from that. So
Yeah,
And
but
you're
if you're
judging
getting
dicks
paid
now,
to
like
look
you're
at
judging
dicks,
them.
I don't think that's a job I want. I don't want to get
Exactly. You're gonna be like, you know what? That guy has a good one.
you know that gay porn stars,
Wait,
porn
what?
stars that do gay porn, right? Men wise, where they're not physically or they're not gay, they just do gay porn. They get paid like triple the amount.
As
It's
a
'cause
gay,
it's-
like
'cause
triple more than an actual gay person.
It's because it's gay porn. That's why
They
paid.
get paid triple to sleep with another man.
Well,
That's
they're
a
getting
weird.
triple too.
That's a weird situation to be in. Like it's going against everything.
You remember that old show on MTV? The fuck was
That
it
goes to
called?
the time and money question back, you know.
Maid or whatever, or like True Life. Remember the old show True
Oh,
Life?
that's right.
They had one like that.
Let me ask you a question. Are you
Brian just had a whole moment.
and I didn't know that. I did know that there are
They make more
male porn stars that do gay porn or homosexual porn. They do make more money and they aren't necessarily
Gay.
Um D let
Yeah.
me ask you a question.
I know exactly where this is going.
Would you consider that? Like, let's say you were a porn star. Like, would you go against everything that you believe in just to get paid more money? Would that be something
No.
like would you sell your soul to make triple the money that you're making right now?
No, I wouldn't.
Especially in especially that industry. Like, that's like the extreme.
Yeah, but you can't ask.
Like crazy performance anxiety. Like, I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
Nothing
but like,
here
that's the
is
thing.
fun.
You're asking somebody that isn't in that industry. You can't do that.
Why can't I?
Because
it's not. I don't think
a porn star.
so. The thing of it is, I think that question just pertains to anything in life. Would you go against your, I don't want to say morals, but would you go against your beliefs to do something that you're not really a part of just for the money? It doesn't necessarily have to be just pertaining to,
I mean, there's bitches
porn industry.
There's bitches that fuck dogs.
Yeah.
And that's for money. And that's the same thing. It's for money.
You go to like there's a donkey show in Mexico.
Like, you're not gonna find a porn star that's like, yo, I'm gonna fuck that Shih Tzu, but don't bring that Doberman over here.
I'm gonna fuck the shit out of that.
They're gonna be like, I'll fuck the Doberman too.
Dobermans are tough though. I think he'd fuck the guy.
This conversation took a turn for the worse about 10 minutes ago.
Just saying.
You see, because you came up with your X-ray vision pimp business.
I was literally no. As a matter of fact, if you rewind and listen again,
review business. It's reviewing.
Tara brought it up.
What you're doing, you're screening guys' penises.
It's my startup. That's a wild startup.
Direct to consumer business.
That is a wild startup.
There's a subscription service.
Could you imagine trying to sell this to backers and people that are trying to invest in your business?
We're gonna get you on Shark Tank, bro. We really are.
Can you imagine me being on the stage with Shark Tank with this?
Give me a couple high noons, send me on Shark Tank, and I'll be like, so bestiality, right? Hear me out.
You're gonna be escorted. You will be escorted off the premises immediately.
But it has to be filmed like in Alabama or some shit. Otherwise, they're gonna arrest you.
Well,
no
fly. We're not trying to fuck cousins here. We're talking about dogs.
Sir,
one day I'm gonna end up on Shark Tank. I have $1 million idea. I'm gonna end up.
Sir, what's the next question?
Next question. Who's next? Tara.
Yes.
Would you rather spend the night in a luxury hotel room or camping surrounded by beautiful scenery?
Camping. I love stars. I love animals. So yeah.
It's dope. How about you, Brian? You going camping?
Fuck no.
He doesn't care.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. What is my black ass gonna do in the woods besides get fucking scared of every sound that I fucking hear?
At least you won't go in the bush and be like, "Oh, what's that sound?"
Exactly.
My dumb ass would be like,
exactly.
"Oh, I wonder what that is."
It's so funny. I had this conversation with my mom not too long ago. She lives out in Arizona, and she was telling me that she goes hiking in the mountains. I'm like, bro, we don't fucking do that. Like, we don't. That's the reason why you don't hear about black people in the papers.
It's like 4 PM and Brian's still in the tent. Like, nah, fuck that. I heard some shit.
Listen, that's
I'm
why
on my phone.
In scary movies, I don't know why the black people die first, because they're not going to see shit.
They're not going. Yeah, they're not. They don't do that shit. Exactly. Exactly.
So wrong. So wrong.
So, hey, Brian, what would a realistic black man in a horror movie do once you hear the first sound?
9 out of 10 times he's not even around the people that are in that fucking movie. Number one. And then number two, he's not going near anything that has a knife or that's making a sound. I can guarantee you that.
Just see this dude, nah, fuck that. Just rolling up his sleeping bag and packing his shit up.
Seriously, put me in the luxury hotel with my Wi-Fi, my room service, fucking everything. I'll take that. The beautiful scene. I'll take the skyline and a beautiful hotel, as opposed to the fucking woods with ticks and fucking bears and snakes and shit. I'm good with that, bro.
All right, Brian, would you rather be locked in an amusement park or a library?
If it's with that hot librarian we were talking about before, give me the fucking library, bro.
You got Bessie over there checking your books out.
She's checking out a lot more than those goddamn books. I'd tell you that much.
Damn.
Where was it? It was either a library or an amusement park. I would have fun in an amusement park. Put me in an amusement park.
No
lines. Now
listen.
listen. Can I have friends, or is it just myself? Can we change the parameters of this question, or is it just myself?
It doesn't specify that you cannot. So yeah, bring a friend.
Yeah, I'll bring my friends. We have the whole park to myself. Yeah, man. Why not?
A friend, not friend. A friend.
I will bring a friend, and we'll have some fun.
The only thing is going to be really lonely because one friend has to operate the machinery, and you have to sit in the fucking Ferris wheel by yourself.
Fuck a Ferris wheel. I hate Ferris wheels.
Good.
Fun story about Great Adventure, real quick.
Nice.
I hate heights.
Okay.
So on Nitro when you're
it's a great place to be if you're afraid of heights.
Yeah, but
Nitro is terrible. Doesn't Nitro only hold you by your legs?
I don't remember. But you know how when you're going up, it says you're higher than this, you're higher than the Eiffel Tower, you're higher than this, blah blah blah. Right? My friends were fucking with me because they know I don't like heights. They're like, look how high you are, Tara. It dropped, I blacked out.
Nice.
I woke
up when the ride was over. Did you buy the picture?
No. I don't even know if there was a picture. I was so distraught.
And when you woke up, was the roller coaster still happening, or did you wake up when it was stopping?
I woke up when it was in the station. Mm-hmm. I blacked out on Nitro. I also grabbed a chick's husband's hand on another roller coaster one time, and I was like, I don't care, be mad, but okay. he's holding my hand.
Thought that was.
We're sharing him today, sister.
Yeah, I grabbed his dick for support. Nice. Shut up, Brian.
He's the one that Brian sent from his
next question.
From Brian's we need to come up with a name of that business.
Shower or grower, I'll let you know.
So Tara, you are up. Number 6. Would you this is great. Would you feel worse if no one showed up to your wedding or to your funeral?
Oof.
Funeral.
I'd say the wedding. I'm not there for my funeral.
You are.
I don't know.
Well, I think you are. Let me tell you something. If there's like an afterlife, your soul leaves your body, right? And then like you can see your relatives and stuff, like check in on them. If I'm dead and I come to my funeral and nobody's there, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is this bullshit? I don't even believe it. I don't believe in marriage, so there's that too.
I think that I'd rather people be around to have a good time and drink instead of regretting not keeping in touch with me.
Okay, so my funeral is going to be a huge party.
Yes.
Where everybody just gets blacked out wasted. So they're still celebrating. They're having a good time. They might cry a little bit, but so people cry at weddings too, so fuck it.
I always felt like if I die old, don't cry. If I die now, yeah, I'm young and it's tragic. But if I die old, like I had a good run.
Nobody's allowed to cry at my funeral, whether I die now or later.
I want to hire a magician and have a hydraulic pump in my casket and him do some freaky shit, like try to bring me back to life. I'm also going to have a soundtrack played at my funeral. Freebird is going to be played by Leonard Skinner. And I'm going to have like a bunch of like very life songs, and then out of nowhere, Peanut Butter Jelly Time just starts playing. And everybody's going to look up like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And like, if I have a wife at the time, she's just going to have to look at him and be like, he wanted it. I don't know. He just wanted it played.
Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time.
It's going to be like a lot of Coldplay and Andrea Bocelli and like big, beautiful singing songs and shit. And then out of nowhere, Peanut Butter Jelly Time.
Sounds like a party.
Oh, I'm gonna hire like a D-list celebrity to show up at my funeral also.
Who would this
Just
be?
to confuse
I
people,
have to
because
know.
like,
I have to know. I have to know. Who are you getting? Who's the D-list? This D-list
I
celebrity?
want to say like, I don't know, like David Spade or Carrot Top, because like people are gonna look over and they're gonna be like, "Yo, is that David Spade? Did Dean know David Spade? Holy shit, David Spade is pretty worked up about this. He looks sad. Holy shit, Dean knew David Spade. They must have been good friends because he's crying over there."
You ever see that meme? It's like, when I die, I want somebody in all black to walk up and be like, loved you, boss. Love you, boss. You're going to be missed. And then have the whole family think that you were into some wild shit.
Dope.
Dope. I would so fucking do that. If I knew I was going to die at some point, I'd hire actors and be like,
maybe I don't tell my
it seem
family
like I
about
was
my
a
life
mob
insurance
boss.
policy, and this guy just walks in with a bag of cash and gives it to my daughter or something.
Monopoly money.
He's like, "This is from all of us. Take this check. We love you."
Here's your 500. Oh,
Next question.
You're hurting over there.
Next question.
Next question.
I would just find it funny. Like, no, I'm actually just sitting here and I'm listening to you guys. I like you guys' chemistry. And then you guys just both just looked at me at the same time with that blank stare. The fuck you guys
Yeah,
want?
we were like, "What's Brandon
Waiting for
doing?"
you to chime in over here.
Join in, buddy.
That question,
Harry.
that question wasn't directed to me at all. What would I rather? I'd rather people come to my wedding. I don't care who's at my funeral. I'm
Yeah, because
dead.
weddings are expensive as shit.
I'm fucking worm food. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro.
Bud.
I listen. I want people to come to my wedding. I want to actually be here to celebrate with the people that I love. I want to get shit faced with them, not look down. And you know what it is? A lot of people be fronting at your funeral. Like, dude, we didn't kick it like that when I was alive. Don't come to my fucking funeral, bro.
Yeah, so be a ghost and blow in their ear and be like, no.
Nah, fuck all that. Because
fuck them up for life.
Nah, I'm good.
No.
I'd rather be at my wedding and just get shit faced with my friends, my family. That sounds like a way better time.
Hey, for some reason you keep picking questions that like involve you being locked in somewhere.
Sweet. Let's do it.
An aquarium or a botanical garden? I don't even know what the fuck a botanical garden is.
I would rather be in a botanical
aquarium.
I would be in a. Have you ever smelled an aquarium?
Not the ones kids piss in. I'm talking about like animals and shit.
Well, that's what I mean. Aquariums smell horrible. I'd rather be in a room full of fucking flowers. Absolutely.
Oh, look. Oh.
Strictly based on the smell. Strictly based on the smell. Absolutely.
Strictly based on the smell.
Absolutely.
Fair enough. Last one, Tara. Lucky number 13. Oh, this is good. Would you rather be Spider-Man or Batman?
Oh. Spider-Man.
Why?
Spider-Man. Do tell why.
Because Batman was just a rich motherfucker who just bought shit. He had nothing besides that.
His life did come from his parents' fortune, right?
Yeah.
Spider-Man was more self-made.
He wasn't fucking self-made. He got bit.
Well, more self-made than Batman. I mean, Batman just grew up a rich kid.
Yeah. So he had a fucking trust fund and was like, I'm going to dress like a bat and save the city. Fuck you.
Man, that makes it sound so dumb.
Why are you Why are you so mad at Batman? You clearly have an issue with Bruce Wayne.
Thing. Listen, no,
like, where does it stem from?
I have a whole thing about Batman, and I have a whole thing about Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. Yeah.
What's wrong with Rudolph?
The fuck did Rudolph ever do to anybody?
He's what?
He's a bitch.
The kid has a birth defect. What is wrong?
That's not my fucking problem.
And he was bullied as a fucking kid.
He was
bullied.
Still
not my problem.
And he led the way.
No, he was a bitch, right? And because his defect saved Christmas one time.
Everyone was on his dick.
Time. Now everybody has inflatable fucking bullshits in their yard. What about the other reindeer that have been doing this forever? Hey, everybody forgets about them, right?
Winners,
about them.
Listen,
but we got
Rudolph,
this little snotty story bullshit.
Rudolph's
Nobody,
story.
not everybody knows the drummer to all the rock bands. You know, like somebody's got to lead the way.
I'm just saying. We fucking idolize Rudolph, but screw the rest of them. That's bullshit.
What a stance! There's so much logic behind it,
and that's firm too. Like she's standing on that.
Yeah, nobody's changing my mind there.
Yeah.
And the same thing goes for Batman. He what? Oh, because you bought fucking.
His parents were murdered in front of him, though.
You bought gold throwing knives and you put a mask on. Go fuck yourself.
Jesus Christ!
Seriously,
you know, like Batman would be that rich playboy that like dates Amber Heard, but once he brings Tara home, Tara's not impressed.
Like, oh, you have a fountain in your house? Oh,
like, why is it so fucking dark down here?
Bitch.
You don't have any lights?
You're a bitch.
I would totally want to be Batman. So I could have the same argument. I could have the same argument for fucking Spider-Man. He's a bitch, honestly. If it wasn't for
Spider-Man a bitch?
Because if it wasn't for a radioactive spider biting him, he would just be a loser in the world.
Okay, yes.
Like he was beforehand. Batman, Bruce Wayne, on the other hand, is one of the richest people in the world. He fucking hangs around the greatest people in the fucking world. He fucks all the chicks.
He's got an awesome butler.
He fucks all the chicks. His butler is fucking awesome. His crib is fucking awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a winner. Like he is a winner. I listen. I told you
he's a winner.
It's a fucking winner.
You're telling me if you made millions and millions and millions and millions, right? You're just gonna throw a bat mask on and be like, "I'm gonna save the world."
I could if I wanted to. I could do everything.
I would pay good fucking money to look.
And you're gonna target.
I was gonna say. I might just do that. I might just do that now. I might just do that now for the fuck of it, and I don't make millions. So fuck it. Like why the fuck not?
Please
why the fuck not?
Throw a bat mask on and run around town, and I'm going
no. That is definitely designated for a Caucasian male to do. That is nothing that a black person. That is definitely
you jumping off the buildings.
That spot is reserved for a Caucasian male. A black person will never do anything of the sort. I'm sorry to bring that to light, but that's just the honest truth.
All righty, last question, Brian. This has got to be good. Would you rather be an unknown Major League Baseball player or a very famous badminton star?
Badminton.
Pick the badminton, please.
Definitely badminton, bro.
Fuck yes.
You know how much pussy you're gonna crush because of badminton, bro?
You got the badminton groupies, bro. The baddies.
Holy shit. Yo, or I like
what the fuck is badminton anyway?
You like that?
Badminton? Isn't it like that you hit with the tennis racket?
Yeah, it's called a shuttlecock.
That makes it even better.
That makes it so much better. That's what Brian's hitting all day long.
Oh,
I would.
That's the name of your X-ray business right there. Shuttlecock.
I would pin it.
There it is.
Trademark it.
Put a patent on that shit.
There you go. I'm not looking at dicks. So like, you guys can come up. Listen, you guys can come. You guys can come up with all the fucking names you want, but I would not be partaking in shuttlecocks or shuttle dicks or whatever the fuck it is you would call them.
Shuttlecocks, that's great.
Shuttle dicks. And no thanks.
Spell it with an X.
It's gonna be a platform like Tinder. We're just gonna show gray pants in every fucking bitch.
So funny. Wait, what was the question? Oh, Batman. Yeah, I would definitely be a Batman.
You answered already.
Are there any famous badminton stars? Or are you going to be the first one?
I'd be the first and the first black Batman player to be famous. So yeah,
you're really setting the bar high for that sport.
Yeah, bro.
You better start practicing.
Fuck that. I'm black. I'm naturally.
Go bring the shuttlecocks out.
Put the pen down.
I think you know what it is. I think you just like saying shuttlecocks. Like you putting a lot of emphasis on that too.
It's a fun word. It's a fun word. A lot of syllables.
It's not weird that you knew what that was called. That's not weird that you knew what that was called.
Hey, I may have hidden a shuttlecock or two back in my day. Don't judge me.
That sounds bad.
I'm sure you did.
Just saying. We're all inclusive over here, right? Every sport. Every sport.
Absolutely. All right.
I was in a chess club too.
That doesn't surprise me. Actually, you know what? That would be cool.
Chess club. It was
Chess
I
club.
lasted like 2
Oh.
weeks.
Oh, okay.
Kept getting my ass
No,
whooped.
I didn't hear what you said. I was like, you were in what club?
All right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That will conclude our broadcast today. D, tell everyone listening where they can find you, please, sir.
Everybody, DNC Digital on Instagram, Twitter, and the Facebook. Tara, thank you so much for coming. Did you enjoy yourself with us?
I did.
Couple
I had a
idiots?
really good time. I had a very good time.
Well, you're
right.
welcome back anytime. Brian, where can they find you, sir?
Yes, sir. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, same handle, BM Davis __418. What's up? I'm trying to take a little bit more initiative to have some visuals on Instagram, so just keep a lookout for that as well. Tara, do you want to give any of your handles or anything? Or you just like,
I mean, I would if I knew what they were.
all right, no worries.
Nice.
So that is
I
it.
don't know what the hell they are.
And yes, thank you for joining us. We did appreciate your company. Yeah. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you later.
Peace.